The African Transport and Allied Workers Union, SATAWU, along with the other unions in the South African Road Passenger Bargaining Council, have been granted a certificate to go on strike. The 5 unions embarked on a mediation process led by the CCMA on Monday this week, but by the end of Thursday, the dispute was still unresolved. SATAWU claims that employers have refused to entertain the demand for an industry minimum wage of 8,000 rand per month. SATAWU now has a 30-day during which it will survey its members across the country to seek a mandate for the mother of all strikes. Joining us on the phone line is SATAWU spokesperson Zanele Sabela. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us here on ANN7. Just talk us through some of the details for the strike and what the bone of contention is here.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for having us. Okay, so like as you mentioned, we were in a mediation process throughout this whole week, and unfortunately it failed to return an agreement. So some of the issues are, initially we wanted a 30% increase across the board, and then they just wouldn't budge, so we dropped that. We dropped that down to 15% across the board. And still, they're just not willing to come to the table. So to show like we were negotiating in good faith, we dropped about 10 items from our demands list, from our initial demands list. But the Employers Association don't seem to want to come to the table. So this is where we stand, and that's why there was no agreement yesterday.
And what was the reasons given by the Employer Association for not wanting to meet your agreements?
We're not sure. We're not sure, actually. We're starting to think that they do actually want the strike, because if they didn't, they even went as far as revoking. So what our stance is that we're looking for a 1-year agreement. They, on the other hand, actually are offering a 3-year agreement. But initially, in the second phase of negotiation, they had put a 1-year offer on the table along with a 3-year offer. So now in the latest negotiations, they actually revoked the 1-year offer that they had put on the table previously, and then are now forcing the 3-year agreement at 7% across the board down our throats.
And where does that leave, the consideration with regards to this looming strike? Is this enough for a go-ahead for that strike to continue, or what is the status?
Okay, so as it is right now, is the certificate was issued yesterday. There is a mandatory 30-day waiting cooling off period during which parties can engage, but they're not obliged to. So what we are going to do as SATAWU on our side is we'll be going out and surveying our members to give us this mandate to actually go on this mother of all strikes.
Well, thank you very much, Zanele. Let's leave it there for now. We appreciate you talking to us on the phone line there. SATAWU spokesperson Zanele Sabela.